Welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal and I'm using some pine here to help clear the space and to open it up to those following a light heart path. And today I'm going to finish the introduction story that I created. It'll be the third and final part of this little series. And yeah, I'm just clearing the space here, making sure we're bringing in a positive flow of the universe and releasing any energies that are no longer serving the path of our greatest divine being. So, today I have my story here pulled up on my phone, and I will actually put a picture of it at the end of this video, and since this will be the final part of this series, and I will actually get into this video by starting and reading the final part of the story that I'm going to discuss today. So right now I'm going to start with: the truth is what she saw, what she heard, and what she spoke. The word was very important to her, for everything she put into the universe was nothing other than spectacular, and she loved to put on a show just to see people smile. For that smile, the little glimpse of happiness in people's eyes, is where love resides, and love to the goddess was more than just a word. It was a whole nother realm, a safe haven. For when she simply thinks of the word love, the world she created for herself is at a standstill. Peace. And this is where she learned of the value of silence. She understood that for every word she spoke or action she took, she decided to make a fracture in this time on this line here of life on earth. Karma is a bitch sometimes, but she knew that with love in her heart and eyes bright with light, pure magic was possible. And this is paradise. So, the beginning part of that, this little section here. The truth is what she saw, what she heard, and what she spoke. The word was very important to her. So basically this is explaining how I perceive the universe and how we experience the universe is very individual to each of us. Like, we're all on a unique path. So the truth is what she saw, what she heard, and what she spoke. So my truth is my truth, and it's important for each of us as individuals to understand that we each have a definition of our own truth, and we have a responsibility to kind of understand that there are many parts of our lives that we have to kind of siphon through and figure out which parts of us are not actually resonating with our soul. And the word is what is very important to her. So basically, even our thoughts and what we think about ourselves and how we perceive ourselves and how we speak about ourselves, it all defines how we see and experience. So when we have to be careful about how we think about our own work, and how we, like, if we think about if something bad happens to us and we then expect something bad, like we have this idea that something bad may happen to us again, that thought may attract more of that energy into your life. So it's important to understand that how you perceive the universe creates the truth that you live, and the words you allow your mind to continue thinking, and especially like when it comes to your own self-confidence And if you don't feel like you belong somewhere, like if you constantly tell yourself that this is a place that you feel unsafe or unhappy, that is going to be the frequency that your environment continues to resonate at until you decide within your own self and within your own truth that you want to make a shift in your perspective and to change the words that you are constantly like, you can't have full control over this, but it's about awareness and noticing when your mind is being when your mind is shifting into either a lower energy or a higher energy, and when you feel yourself being drawn down and having more of a lower self-confidence, or just being really doubtful of yourself or unsure of your decisions, that's when you have to kind of step back and step back and take the time to realize what parts of yourself you need to really release. And by releasing, I mean working through them and understanding why you feel that way, and to get to the root of why do you feel unconfident in yourself? What parts of your life, like what events or aspects of other people what have other people said to you, or what have you said to yourself, or what has happened in your chain of events or timeline that has brought you to this interpretation of yourself, and how can you rewrite that? And so everything she puts into the universe was nothing other than spectacular. So basically, understanding that even when you make mistakes, it's not meant to bring you down. It's meant to show you that it is a spectacular part of you to fail, because then you can use that as a tool to learn. And you can say, hey, I messed up right here. What can I do if this happens again to change this? That is our power, is to be able to, we go through these cycles, so we have these chances to revisit and to rewrite and to rephrase the vibration in which we're traveling in. And that doesn't, I mean, we have to go through it multiple times to really understand what is the right path to take. And it's understanding that everything we put into the universe is meant to be an important part of us. Like, it's not, if you feel unimportant, you have to realign yourself with the idea that you're not meant to live for anyone else. You're meant to live for yourself, and that means you don't have to do anything to be spectacular. The fact that you're alive and breathing is the only thing that needs to be enabled to be a spectacular part of this universe. Being alive is incredible, and accepting that and is a huge step in moving forward towards receiving what is meant to further greater this path. Make this path even greater. Like, if you continue to drown yourself into like the negative ideas that's going to constantly be happening, that will be a likely path that you will follow. But if you take the negative projections, or these negative events, or just tests, or just things that we're going through, and find the silver lining, like, you have to create it sometimes. Like, if you don't see it, you have to figure out a way to say that if there's nothing there that makes you feel good, say, I feel good. You have to, it's almost, that's where ego is kind of, it's not something we need to let go of. It's something that we have to kind of manage. And part of managing our ego is realizing that when there is nothing else to like nothing else that is bringing us joy, our ego is supposed to show us that it's us, that we are supposed to be the light, and we are able to shine and bring a guidance to ourselves if we look just for the little things. And then instead of allowing, you can't drown in either like self-doubt or overpowering ego. You have to find that balance, because if you allow your ego to overtake you, and that will put you on the path of another form of self-destruction, which is unawareness of others and being disconnected from the how you influence others or how others influence you, and vice versa, and how we all work together. And it's a harmonic event of the collective, where the ego is a center point that we're all connected to in a way, because we're all striving to be alive, and like the ego is trying to live and to breathe, and that is what we're all trying to do. And love, which is the next aspect of the story that I'm going to talk about, is, I feel, it is I feel like it is a part of the collective ego. Like, it is kind of like the glue of the collective. Like, we all strive to understand love and to feel love and to accept love into our life into some way. And I feel that when we are in harmony and alignment with the universe and our higher self and our divine being and understanding of our truth, then we're in that we're in that state of love, and we are embodying love when we are in alignment with our truth, and we're able to experience bliss, and when we're embodying our love frequency. And I said that love to the goddess is more than just a word, is a whole nother realm, a safe haven for when she simply thinks of the word love. So I have also channeled that love is a word, which I have pointed out words are very important, and love is one of the most important words for the universe in multiple ways, as it is a frequency, it is its own tune. And when you tune into that, like I was saying, it's a whole nother realm. So it's literally a whole other dimensional frequency where you can tap into. And I have channeled or intuitively understood in a way how the word love, if you meditate on the word love and focus on like the deep resonating O sound of love, it is Om, the sound of the universe, and it is kind of the home frequency that creativity or the creative life force stems from. And I feel that a lot of people, like, the love is just it's not always light. Like, it is actually the darkness. So like some people will say love and light, and people will be like, oh, that's all positive energy, and you're not balancing that with the darkness. But I would argue that when you say love and light, you're actually saying dark and light, and accepting that love is already a dark force, because sometimes you have to go through pain in order to really understand what love means. And that is like it is a dark energy in a way. You have to go within to understand love, and to go, like, I feel like love is the yin energy, is the dark mother encompassing frequency where light is able to come from. You see the light within love, the darkness. Without love, without accepting wholeness as it is, sometimes you just have to accept where you are, no matter how dark it is, and just give it some grace, and that is love. Sometimes it is surrendering and giving, or to just receive whatever, accepting whatever is meant for you, in order to understand that you are the light within the love. And as long as you trust your light and love that's within you and around you, it isn't going to be a harmful force of darkness. It is going to reflect and show you that you have the power to be the light within the love. And for every action she took, she decided to make a fracture in time on this line of life here on earth. And karma is a bitch sometimes, but she knew that with love in her heart and eyes bright with light, pure magic was possible. And accepting that, like, karma is a part of loving our mistakes, allows us to move through the karma with ease, and understanding that we're human, and we've all been through many lifetimes of trying to understand why we're here and what we're supposed to be doing and where we come from. And it was confusing. It was supposed to be confusing, so we can understand on a deeper level what we as a collective have within our power, and that loving with ourselves, and loving and being the light within this love, and having love within ourselves and using it as a light force, instead of allowing the darkness of love to the darkness of loving ourselves, the darkness of our ego to overtake us. Then we can use it as a tool, again, as a tool to be the reflective energy, to see the light and to be the light, and to learn more about how to embrace the light and love with balance and harmony. And this is paradise. This is it is moving into paradise. It's moving into a frequency where you can flow and allow the energies of the universe. This is a chaotic universe, and that means sometimes we're going to have a bumpy road, and we have to love every bump along the way, so we can be the light, understand it, be the light, and to transmute it along the way, and be able to rise above and to move forward, instead of getting caught and tumble and fall and never get up. We have to keep going and show them we have this power, and be the love, and embrace the love, embrace the darkness, embrace yourself, embrace your flaws, and move past what is holding you down. And yeah, I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Subscribe, comment if you have any questions, and all of that.